Hey guys, Cam for 15 back out with another video for you guys, back with another episode review of Dr. Stone as we are now getting to the end of this amazing show, Dr. Stone. Now, typically I do my reviews with the Red Wolf, but funny enough, I did do so. I kind of did do a what I will watch slash review for Spring of Anime 2026. And in that video, I basically kind of mentioned that, you know what, I think I'm just gonna probably do solo reviews on my own unless, my co-host actually wants to do reviews on the shows that we typically watch. But I know, we typically in the past when it came to Dr. Stone have reviewed it together. But to be honest, I think it's more efficient on my end to get the job done and review these shows on my own, as opposed to waiting on him to watch the episode and then we have to do a dual episode review and things like that. And that's how we kind of get behind. But look, this episode was chill. It was just getting our things, back in groove and everything since the start, or since the last where we last left off. And it's kind of crazy that now we're finally at the end of this freaking show and that we're finally in the home stretch. And again, me and my co-host, we're actually gonna do a freaking Fire Force episode reviews, which will catch up, and we'll talk about the ending of Fire Force and everything. But with the fact that Fire Force ended last season and now this show is ending this season, it's absolutely crazy, right? But essentially, with Senku and the others, and now with Dr. Zeno now collaborating and working with them, they know the task at hand is that to make a spaceship to get to the moon to basically meet up with Whyman and confront him and ask, really truly get the answers of why did he decide to petrify all of mankind on Earth, right? So essentially, the thing is, in order to build a ship, what they're gonna need is they're gonna need freaking steel, right? Because essentially, they can't really make stuff out of nothing, right? So essentially what happens is they basically get back and bring back their air carrier that was just under the water after all these years, and it's basically all rusted and everything because it's been underwater for basically the past 7 years, right? So basically what happens is, and it's funny because you have Kazuki who's freaking out and everything, right? He's like, why, what happened to you? But then Senku's just like, well, we gotta trash it, right? And Kazuki's like, no, we can't trash this. I helped create this. And Senku kind of makes the thing, well, it's the only way we can make a super metal alloy to basically make something even better than what this was. And freaking Kazuki's like, yes, yes, he breaks his clothes. He's like, all right, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this, right? So because of it, and they all work together, right? And it makes steel. You do get this funny moment in the episode where Suika thinks like, oh, we're gonna put chrome in this vat of lava and burn him, right? And they're like, and she's like, what? But no, it's obviously the material chrome, right? But essentially, they make stainless steel, and essentially by making stainless steel, they're able to make canned foods and everything, and do a bunch of other stuff, right? So it's basically, a good thing that they're able to have steel and everything because now they're starting to progress things. Now, this is also too when they start to bring back some of Zeno's, men to help, with the construction of this new city that they're going to make here, and then just get more materials that they need to make for the moon and everything, right? So that was a pretty cool thing to hear or see. So it is cool to see. And then they also do bring back some, I guess some because they're in South Africa, probably like the Brazilian slash Jamaican people, right? Oh, actually, no, Jamaica's in Africa, but so the Brazilian people, right? And they basically make a new city in this area, right? Again, by doing this all with science, they're making more cities and everything. So yes, but essentially what happens is by making the super alloy and everything, They continue to make more things about because right now they're trying to make fuel, liquid fuel, to basically have the spaceship fly up, right? Because obviously, there's that, right? They made the engine for the rocket. Now they got to obviously, now get some more, fluids and everything like that. But again, they need, you know, special type of materials because they just can't rely on these jet engines to go there, right? So there's that, and that's why they end up actually splitting up into three teams. So Senku's team is basically going to be looking for more materials for the spaceship. We're gonna have a team going back to Corn City to revive those people in America to bring them back and get them up to speed with what's going on. And there's gonna be a team that's gonna be stationed essentially in the city that they're in right now, where to just help continue building the rocket, right? And essentially that's kind of the thing, right? So it's absolutely funny. You do get Luna. She's like, I don't want to be away from Senku, but then somebody says like, hey, listen, let me get you on a little secret, right? Senku actually does have a type, and listen, if you end up becoming that extremely capable woman, well, he'll start to fall for you. So that's kind of the thing right then and there, right? So Senku's group is actually going to be going back to Japan, to basically, yeah, they're going to be going back to Japan, revive people there, and see that everything. And then plus, they made a whole new ship that will get them there a lot faster, right? So that's pretty cool, right? So yeah, but anyways, that's basically it. But they end up actually, we get left off on a cliffhanger where they end up listening to another transmitter from Whyman, right? And essentially, Whyman basically tells them, do you want to die, bro? Right? Which is absolutely crazy that he's saying that. And this actually shocks everybody. Everybody is like, wait, what the hell are we dealing with, right? And Senku, albeit he looked concerned for a bit, he gets that smile on his face, like, okay, it's time to get down to this mystery, right? So, again, like I said, I don't know what the hell Wyman's got cooking, or why he just doesn't want Senku and the others to do anything, right? I just don't know. I don't know why why he keeps you know petrifying the world, and why he doesn't want Senku and the others to look too much into this. So whoever Whyman is, I guess we'll find out, but apparently I guess Whyman can clearly tell what they're doing, and he's like, hey, you keep looking into this. Do you want to die? Do you want to pay for what you're trying to do? So again, we're gonna find out, and that's obviously the most interesting thing. Like, who the hell is Whyman? What is his whole goal? Why is he doing what he's doing? But it's a really damn good episode. I'm happy that Dr. Stone is back, and I definitely can't wait to see where Dr. Stone is going to be headed going forward. But that's all I got to say. So if you guys like the video, leave a like in the comment section your thoughts. Hit that subscribe button if you want to get more Dr. Stone content or any other anime content I upload to the channel and things like that. But till then, guys, have a great rest of your day. Peace.